Normally I like to do unboxings and first impressions reviews, but this one is already unboxed. That's because I was excited to look at it, but I feel like it's worth a closer look. We are looking at the Sony C510 Earbuds. Now, these ones have got all sorts of little features, but it says it's got 11 hours of playback plus 11 hours, presumably that's in the case. And it says it's got multi-point, which maybe I want to try at some point, and ambient sound, which I have already tried, and I'm a little bit confused about. First of all, the packaging. Okay, so they are identical, except for the language. Okay, so there's a bunch of languages on there, and this one has a reference guide written on it, which must be English. I see, okay. Quick start instructions on the back. It says, get the app, put it in your ear, and then connect. Now, I didn't do that, I connected it first, and then we've got your, don't forget, to register your new purchase. Why would I want to do that? Product software update notifications, I don't care about that. Extensive customer support, I'd expect I'd get that anyway. Priority updates about product tutorial, I don't want any of that stuff. No, go away. Tell you what I do though, what I do like, and that is that this box and this case is 100% just paper and card, so easily recyclable. The main case, just card. The wrapping around it to keep it all looking nice and new when it arrived, just paper. Now I did almost miss this bit. This was in this back section here, and it's what's got the spare little earbud bits on. And to their credit, actually, even the way that they're held in here is with a piece of what appears to be paper or card, and the way that it's on there, look at that. Paper, just like threaded through. And yes, but I nearly missed this. I nearly discarded this with the rest of the packaging because it was rather, discreet looking down in the bottom of the packaging. Let's see if I can put it back where it was. Yeah. Down there at the back like that, under all the manuals, and I was like, oh, there's my earbuds, brilliant. Oh, on the manuals, and then oh, there's the packaging. But down there, yes, I did see them, and I've got the different sizes just in case. So let's now look at the actual thing. Here we go. There is the case. Look at that. It's got Sony branding on there. I don't mind this branding being on there. It's not too obtuse. And then it's got a little light on the front, which isn't doing anything right now. And then whatever that button is, I haven't figured that out yet. And the USB-C charging, and inside the actual earbuds themselves. They look about what I was expecting. I didn't do a massive amount of research into these before I actually purchased them. I just found that they met my basic requirements, and I was off to the races. The problem is that I wanted a physical button. These have one big physical button, and they charge quite nicely in there. The magnets in there are actually pretty good. They fit in quite well. Don't have to worry about placement. I've had ones before where you put them in and then they're not quite right. You have to adjust them a little bit to get them to connect. And then they do connect, and presumably then the light comes on to let you know whether you're charging or something. But yes, I've popped them in and I was amazed by the sound quality. Now, I am comparing to terrible £7 earbuds from Amazon. They were pretty terrible, but they were acceptable for my terrible ears. These ones were noticeably better. I did enjoy the sound. They got a little bit of branding on there. They got a little nubbing, so I think you can kind of feel which one you've got, and then the interchangeable bits, and of course the points for the pogo pins for the charging. And then I was like, okay, right, I'll connect them to my phone. So I got my phone, I connected them, and I was like, oh yeah, okay. And I tried them out, and it popped up and said, oh, you could do with getting the app. And I was like, I don't want an app. I just want to connect my headphones and use them. But I did actually end up getting the app in the end, because with the app, you can reassign and configure what the button does. There's a couple of different modes that you can have the button in for different reasons. And they arrived with, this one that controls the media, so play and pause and all that sort of thing on the right, and on the left was kind of like the ambient sound mode and things like that. And sometimes I'll just put the left one in, and I want to be able to control my media. And you know what? The buttons weren't how I wanted them, but the app let me change it. So whilst there are features on the app I won't use, there were features on the app I was very pleased to see. Now, a quick note on this ambient sound feature. I didn't read the manual to find out what it's supposed to do. And I still don't know what it's supposed to do, even after trying it, because it just seems like there's extra noise going on, and it almost was like I could hear the shower better with ambient mode on. Like the noise of a shower, that I was near a shower that was showering, next to me, kind of added to the ambient noise and made it seem louder. A fan, I had the same thing with a fan. I was like, am I hearing the fan louder? When I have ambient mode off, is it suppressing ambient? No, it can't be, because these don't have the proper noise cancellation. The next models up have that. Anyway, it just confused me. I've turned the ambient mode off and I'm quite happy with everything as they are. These are exactly what I want. Small, relatively lightweight, good case, nice sound, big button. I'm very happy with these. I'm sure I'll be happy with them for many years to come. So there's only one thing I need to do now, and that's a little upgrade, and that's we need to give it its MagnaLink port. There we go. So I can now charge these nice and quick. Yes, it is an affiliate thing of mine, but I do like the ability to very quickly and easily charge my devices. So, in summary, I am very pleasantly surprised. I was a little bit annoyed that I needed the app, but when I got it, it wasn't actually too bad at shoving things in my face, and it had a couple of neat features I did end up using, even though there's some features I don't use. Very happy about the packaging, quite happy about the product so far. So there we go, the Sony C510 headphones for £30 direct from Sony with free shipping. For the money, I think they were pretty good. Alright, thanks for watching, goodbye.